we can talk about the next map. This one has been seen in tournaments in the past. This is Ice Age, which I think you're familiar with, Gandalf.
Yes, Ice Age is a smaller version of Team Arena, which I created, and it is a arena-style map with both teams spawning at the pole and fighting in a closed area in a
That's
two-lane
not Ice Age.
struggle. Ice
That's not Ice Age.
Age.
That's your that's your lakes with Klaus's bridges.
Ice Age is Winter Duel, isn't it? No, no, that's Klops's Bridges. I'm an idiot. Well, I don't even know my own maps, so I mean.
Well, before this started, you did tell me you didn't have enough caffeine to keep going, so we'll excuse it. Yeah, so this one I have a lot of fun with in 2v2, although I've never done 3v3. Because on this one, because of where the spawn areas are, it's actually best for at least one commander to cross a lake at the start of the game and build a base outside of the spawn area, even though you spend some time walking. Because you end up getting a lot more map control that way.
Alright,
And
so.
it'll be very interesting to see whether players send one or two commanders across the lake. Zankar chose the Martinus, and CDRKF chose the Prolier, which is the Combat Fabricator. I really like that one. It doesn't have a lot of health, but it's very quick and it builds fast, although it doesn't have the ability to build economy.
Pacifist goes Marncore?
No, Pacifist went with the Otter family, the Artillery Commander.
Ah, I see. I can't even read today either.
Are you showing the lobby on the stream?
Now I am. Sorry about that, everyone. I was trying to copy Zaphod from last tournament.
So Zenkar's saying he accidentally picked the Martinus and didn't want to choose it. It's interesting because on this map I actually really like the Martinus Commander because it can build those slammers that can go directly under the water. There are a lot of lakes on this one. And it's also able to do the radar stealth that just hide underwater for a while. It also has, and I forgot to mention this too, double speed torpedoes. So if you can bait another commander back into the water, which I saw somebody do once, it can do a lot of damage.
And the teams are starting out with Jelly in pink and Athena in orange.
Oh, this map is just so much fun for team games because you end up having almost two different sides, two large land masses to fight over. And both teams do start on one of those, but very distant. And the second one is a lot smaller, so if somebody crosses that lake, they can take a lot of metal and have a nice close fight. You see orange Promethean pinging the start across the lake, so it does look like they planned to cross.
I'm just questioning what teams are going to go here. Will they have one person advanced on both sides and one person stay in the middle, or what will happen?
Yeah, I'd like to see if they send one or two across that lake. You definitely should send at least one. But this one, where this map is quite a lot smaller than the last one, and you've got a much tighter fighting area, I'm expecting to see the commanders come into play a lot more here. Orange pinging pink spawn. Orange is just pinging everything.
Orange has decided they really like that metal.
Well, that is crossing the lake and going over there is a really nice start. So from Orange, we've got the Otter family, the Tripax, and the Prolair. The Otter family being the artillery, the Tripax being the defense fabrication, and the Prolair being the combat fabricator. It looks really cool. It builds factories faster than anything else in the game, but it drains economy at the same rate, although it doesn't use energy. So you can quickly get factories up, but then you have to stop building factories and run away. I'm surprised actually to have seen Orange building any factories at all with anything other than the Prolair. And then once they get their factories up, the Prolair will either keep building factories while the others build energy and metal, or they'll send it along to go repair something in just a commander push. From Pink, we've got the Conundrum again, and we have Martinez in the water, building naval, which actually naval is quite a bit better now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that be useful. And somehow they also have an Otter family, so somebody did cheat. And I can't tell which team cheat. Yeah.
And Bomber's coming in here right on the Faber.
I'm just going to say, you know what, for the sake of this tournament, we're going to let this one play out. But somebody did type in Otter family in the lobby instead of click to pick it, and they basically cheated because there shouldn't be a second one.
And Orange has crossed the lake now and is starting to get the back of the map, with their other commander going to the side where the bridges all are.
I'm actually surprised they were able to get an Otter family from each side. So that is a bug in the mod because it should have not allowed that to happen, but we'll just see what happens. So we've got Pink just building, they have slammers going up now along with their naval, so Pink is going to go with a heavy naval push, and that could actually be a really strong move. We've got 3 naval factories from Orange and a lot of docks going through the water.
Seems Orange is putting up their Otter family along the bridges. They might be trying to stop the naval just with the Otter family, and the Prolair is going to come up behind him.
But Orange, if you look at the factory count, has 14 factories to Pink's 9 because their Prolair can just build factories so fast. You are, of course, limited by the economy, but it gives you a very large head start.
Some more air factories coming out here for Pink.
Those slammers from Pink have good torpedoes, and that could be really useful for them in this naval fight that's about to happen. But from Orange, we've got the Prolair and the Otter family pushing together, and that could be a very large combination. So the Otter family it stores up 10 shells, and then when it starts to fire, it can fire all 10 of them really, really fast, and they are devastating. But it then takes 2 seconds to store up each additional shot. So it should start to slow down its firing once it starts going. Look at that, each shot is just taking out the whole fleet is gone. It's going to be very hard to get rid of that. Although, there's really no anti-air here, and both the Pearlier and the Otter family are weak to up-close units. So the docks defending them will help against, let's say a Boombot rush or something, but the Conundrum can move in, take out all those docks, and then they could just swarm in the Boombots or the Infernos or whatever they want it to be, and take out that whole force.
And
We don't
Pink's
see the
Otter family
Conundrum
here
responding.
is going through the center, while the Tripax is moving up on the back of the map for Athena.
Slammer's getting taken out by the Otter family now. You really don't want to push against that thing unless you know the exact counter for it, because it is very hard to kill. One thing though, like if you get in close with docks or something, its turn rate is so slow. I really want to see them start building a counter of some kind, Boombots or anything really.
The Otter family
Orange
is
pushing
going
into
to
fleet
waste
too.
a lot of its shells.
Yeah, so one trick with the Otter family is, as once you see it fire as many shells as it needs, you can hold fire and let it not waste the rest of them. It just takes a lot of micro to manage it properly.
They
got
are
the Pearlier
pushing up
just
here,
preparing
and
it.
the air does come in here to start harassing the commanders.
And they all get taken out. I think Pink is doing a pretty bad job of countering this push, although again, 2 commanders pushing against it. They are focusing down the Pearlier, it looks like.
And they do have gorilla bots coming out here. Blue Hawks are attacking the Prolert.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a lot of damage. Orange is having to fall back. Any damage they get on the Otter family is just wasted at this point until they can kill that Prolert. But if they can build up enough bombers and go in, although they're about to run past Orange's Air Force and they're going to lose all of them. Now Orange starts pushing again. I think, and we're seeing over on the other side, Pink's Otter family just took out a whole force of docks because they weren't properly spread out. If you area patrol those docks, it's almost impossible to kill them all.
And the economy here is pretty close. 223 to 258. Orange is gaining the upper hand though, with their Tripax against the Conundrum on the backside.
They are, but those Blue Hawks, if they can start to focus on the Pearlier and they need to maneuver themselves into the right position, they will be able to kill all of them. But as grouped as those Blue Hawks are, I think now the rockets are starting to go in, and that Pearlier did take some damage. As grouped as those Blue Hawks are, as soon as Otter family starts to fire at them, and the Pearlier goes down.
The Prowler is down, and the Blue Hawks are gonna take out the Otter family here also. And the missiles
that was
do
a
hit.
good defense. Wow. So as we can see, these commanders are very strong until the instant you figure out how to counter them. And
The
that
naval
was,
is going to be attacking the Martinez though.
It is, and it may die. Although, if it manages to get out of vision range, it does have radar stealth. So even a radar tower nearby won't allow them to keep seeing where it is. And we've got the Conundrum from Pink moving forward.
And it just gets out of vision range. And they still can see it. And they're trying. And the last shot did not kill it.
2%.
Oh, and the last shot misses.
And the bombers then to clean up that force. That was so close. But bombers coming in from Orange. Will they be able to drop? They just need to drop one single bomb, and they don't.
2% on Martinez.
That Conundrum just sitting on the front, on the other side, just waiting for a chance to fire its cannon, knowing that once it fires it, it's basically not going to have much chance. It's just looking for a large enough army to justify launching its weapon. But they know exactly where the last remaining commander from Orange is. However, that commander, the Tripax, has the most health of any commander, and it can build defenses. Advanced defenses.
Orange keeps on slamming the side where they lost their Prowler and their Otter family.
Yeah, it looks like even though they lost 2 commanders, they have more or less broken through over there, and they should soon be able to take out a good amount of economy, and maybe even track down that Martinez commander, unless it runs into the water.
Pink's otter family is still pushing up the center.
But Orange is not, even though they lost 2 out of their... Oh,
And the Yamato
fires,
cannon
it
does come out.
of course, no damage against a commander. So that was, I feel, a mostly wasted shot.
The ping coming out on their defenseless side of their base. Their commander cannot answer the threat.
Orbital launcher going up from Orange now with a lot of fabricators. It's going up pretty fast, although they are using all of their economy to do it. They know that if they take out that Conundrum, they don't have a lot left to deal with. They have a Martinez that's on 2% health, and the Otter family that we've seen how fast those can be killed.
It seems Pink is trying to formulate a way to get rid of that last commander of Orange's.
Yeah, but it's going to be very difficult. This Tripax commander has a lot of health. And Umbrella is now going up from Orange, but they get spotted by the bombers.
And anti-air does come out right out of the factories in time.
So now we're seeing Pink being able to take advantage of its lead that it managed to get when Orange lost 2 commanders.
Pink does not have a Yamato cannon though, so they are going to try and reclaim this. But they're not going to be able to reclaim the umbrella in time.
No, they're not. Are they going to run away in time, though? Yeah, if they had their Yamato available, and that's why I think it was a waste to fire it when they did, they would have been able to just take out all of those fabricators.
And the umbrella is up, but it is out of the range of their Captain Conundrum.
And they're building a naval factory, though.
The Martinez
Orange
is still only at 2% and sitting inside Pink's base.
Yeah, building more advanced bots. So even though Orange is pushing, they don't really have enough to deal with a large group of sniper bots or Blue Hawks.
Pink coming in here on the side of Orange's base with a massive group of docks.
Yeah, and their Conundrum now has its Yamato cannon back up too.
Orange going to try to clear that out, and the docks were really grouped, so the bombers were able to take care of the big group all at once. Otter family, though, on Pink's side is coming through the center.
Looks like it's building energy, so they are having some trouble as far as energy. I think they might be seeing the trouble from when you fire that Yamato cannon, the commander is eating up a lot of energy per second to recharge. Although that should have just ended, because it is fully charged now. Bomber's trying to take out that naval factory, but the Conundrum is able to fire just slowly anti-air weapons down into the air layer.
It doesn't seem like they ever do reach the ground, though.
We have 2 Avengers now from Orange out, and a 3rd one almost done. And you really don't need that many Avengers, given that Pink has no orbital launcher. So they should be able to put some good pressure on the Conundrum soon. They just need to keep their fighters, their air fighters, safe, so that when the Conundrum drops down to its air layer, they can snipe it.
Pink is putting pressure on the front of Orange's base, clearing out the air now, and pushing in the Otter family further and further.
Yeah, there's no response here from Orange to that. A lot of boombots can take out actually everything. The boombots would be the solution here, because if you get a good army of booms, you just wipe out all those tanks, you can move forward, and as long as they're not grouped up too close, the Otter family can't target them all fast enough. The orbital launcher from Orange just about to go down. It doesn't look like it's going to finish that last Avenger in time. So the Avengers, the 3 Avengers that Orange has, are all they're going to get.
The Avengers are now above the commander Tripax. I don't know if they are gonna go for the Conundrum though. They do have vision though through
They
the
need to
deep
soon
space
because they're
radar.
about to lose that orbital radar. And here they go. And if they get in close, they'll take that thing down fast.
They haven't missed a shot yet.
Yeah, I would still like to see them get in closer actually because they can chase it down faster if it turns to run. And it looks like Pink just acknowledges that they're going to lose this Conundrum and they're moving in to try to take one last shot.
Pink is gonna have to fire their Yamato, and they do not get it off.
Got their shot off. So now we're down to one commander left, very well defended from Orange, and 2 left from Pink, but Pink has one, last I knew, at 2% health. Yeah, still at 2% health. And then they have one commander in the middle of one of Orange's bases. That I am still very disappointed that Orange hasn't been able to get boombots to kill that.
On map control here though, Orange is pretty far behind now. Athena is down about 80 metal.
Yeah, I think they're at a point where they need to start thinking about the snipe, and bombers are probably the best way to go because bombers can fairly easily take out the Otter family that has no air support, and they can also take out the Martinez on 2% health.
The Otter family is under attack now by Naval.
Got one catapult in Orange's base doing good work, but catapults don't really start to do that great until you get a good number of them, especially against docks. But yeah, Pink putting itself in a risky position where they have only 2 commanders, but one of them is very close to dead. Surprising not seeing Orange go full bombers at this point.
Pink.
And they're just still building more defenses even though they've lost almost the entire map.
Pink is building up a massive bot force here to come in.
Yeah, and against catapults and soon to be a pelter defense, there's not much that can be done. Those spots will just go right through it all. And I think we won't see Pink try to push forward with that Otter family because if they lose it, then they're just down to one commander at 2% health. We've seen both teams lose significant portions of their bases, though. And here we go with the docks moving in, they fall back. Just waiting until they've got overwhelming numbers because they know they have Orange surrounded.
Orange is down almost 200 metal now.
Yeah, and with Pink's Air Force, there isn't much chance, and there go most of the bombers from Orange. There isn't really any chance at a snipe at this point, of sniping both commanders. I feel like Orange probably over-invested in defenses at the end. I think they didn't realize how much of a chance they actually had. Maybe they didn't realize that the Martinez was down on such low health. Catapult actually, or is that the Pelter, doing good damage against those docks. It looks like Orange is actually likely to survive this attack.
I wouldn't be so sure. They are moving in on all other sides now, though.
Oh yeah, there's no way to come back from this one at this stage. Yeah, as long as the Otter family stays in a safe place and the Martinez on the opposite side of the planet, there's really nothing Orange can do. I think they accepted a while ago that they had lost. Oh, I loved their early push though, combining the Prolear and the Otter family.
And the docks are gonna start moving in here.
Yeah, but the Tripax of course has its normal Uber cannon and it has a lot more health than a normal commander. Pink is just sending wave after wave against this commander. It's it's significantly slower. I believe it's 33% slower than a normal commander. But when you're just turtling, that doesn't really hurt you very much.
And the Tripax is down to 47% health. 45.
And the attacking army is mostly gone. The Otter family on the move again, finishing off the last of Orange's base across the lake. If it gets too close to those orcas, though, it might not last too long. You can see how slow the Otter family fires once it has used up its reserve.
The Otter family is slowly moving in range now.
Wreckage of an air factory blocking those orcas from firing. They are managing to get through. They're doing good damage, actually, because the Otter family is not that tanky of a commander. But it recognizes that it's in danger and pulls back. Couple bombers, not enough from Orange to actually take out the Otter family. They do their best, but the Tripax is retreating, probably to try to just take on the Otter family one-on-one, knowing that they have a lot of health. But they don't have the speed, and at this stage they've lost so much health that I don't think that they can really run through the fire that can come out of the Otter family if they try to run straight up at it.
The Tripax is going to try to build some defense inside the water here, where the docks cannot shoot their weapons.
We have a number of pelters from Pink because they still believe that Orange's commander is in the remains of that base. Finally sending air scouts, realizing, oh no, he ran away.
And bombers coming out here. They are all
just
down though.
Holding on barely, very quickly building up a flak cannon.
And the Otter is slowly melting all the naval off the shore.
But I'm surprised we don't see any other slammers from Pink that could just go right into the water and deal with Orange. But the Otter family moving forward should just be able to shoot at it and just execute that Orange commander from the shore. If it gets into the water, it can't shoot.
The Otter family is slowly getting into range.
So we'll see if it has the range to fire from the shore. And it looks like it does.
And the Otter
So,
family does release its salvo.
The recent nerf to the Otter family means that it does a lot less damage against commanders.
Well, Otter
But the
family
docks are
does
doing quite a
hit.
lot.
It does a massive. The bombers coming in here.
They're
6%
just sending
health.
everything they've got, and they cannot finish this guy off.
He is getting closer to the shore now, so the docks can do damage to him.
Now the Otter family got in the water and can't fire. And it looks like while it's underwater, the Otter family is not even recharging its weapon.
And, oh, some shots in some really shallow water there. And the Tripax is down, and Athena has dropped the game.
That was a fun game to watch. 25 minutes too, that was very long. I love this map on team games.
I remembered Chrono Cam this time, guys.
Hey, good job. I didn't. Yeah, so you should check out the push from the Otter family and the Prolier combined. That was a pretty classic move.
And it seems that Pink did see it coming in a while before they did get off the bridges. Their docks did help them for a while, but Martinez immediately started building Blue Hawks from Pink.
The Blue Hawks were a much better choice than I thought they were going to be. I expected the sniper bots to be the only real long-range option that you've got.
Orange did have a chance to pull out all the way out of that push, but decided to go right back in after they got a little bit more reinforcements.
Yeah, I think they just got a little too aggressive. With those commanders, especially with the range on the Otter family, you want to just poke at the borders. You don't want to move in too far because there's no up close defense on that commander, and its weapon tracks so slow that if you've got fast moving things running in every direction like area patrol docks, they'll just confuse it and it'll have a lot of trouble even firing at all.
And those Blue Hawk shots were just perfect damage on the Proler. Last one taking it out.
Yeah, I really underestimated Blue Hawks.
And the Otter family's last shot did take out the Blue Hawks that... The Otter family's last shot did take out the Blue Hawks that took out him, but he just did not get off the shot quick enough.
So I think Pink would have done better if they had been more focused early on, if they knew, basically if they had practiced and been more experienced with this mod. They would have probably known to focus down on the Proler and not even bother shooting at the Otter family early on, because there's no amount of damage that you can do that will that will overcome what the Proler can heal.
Martinez was only several shots away, each shot being 1%.